And we are now live. We're live. I'm just going to refresh my other screen here, Miss Sue. Hi, everybody, whoever is on here at this moment in time. Let's see here. The webinar has started. Yes, it has. Well, hi, Miss Sue. How are you?
Well, good morning. How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing awesome. I'm doing awesome.
Good.
I hope everybody else is too. Let me repost.
It's our QFF session here, so.
Yeah, I'm just typing in post your questions and comments. So on the live version now it shows as well. I always forget that when I start the darn thing, it doesn't show what you and I were just chatting about.
Right.
Which is maybe good, although we didn't have any secrets this time. So yeah. So I guess as we're waiting for any questions and stuff like that to pop up, I know we talked about it. I got a bunch of questions last time after the webinar was over about that whole social recon thing that I kind of touched on last time. And so I did a little more research into it, and my wife, Jacqueline, she does most of that process for us with our team. And I found that although the programs I shared are good, they've actually found one that they like a lot better for getting that information, because it kind of pulls from a lot more, well, not necessarily a lot more processes, but there is a paid version which we actually utilize. The free version will do some of what I'm about to show you, at least the email side of it, but it'll also pull phone numbers and all that kind of fun stuff. And let me share my screen here real quick so you can kind of, let me open the right tab here so you can kind of see what I'm referring to. Let me share that. Can you see that screen?
I do. The People Smart?
Yeah. Have you heard of that one before?
I have not, so I'm eager to hear about it.
Yeah, it's we've been having some really good success with stuff, and then when I asked my wife more details about it, she said, well, one of the key things that they're able to do is, like, for example, do you mind if I type in one of your email addresses in here as an example? Can you tell it to me, because I don't know it in my head?
It's S1586 at sccoast.net.
And then hopefully I spelled that right, sccoast.net. And I'll hit search, az-place. Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Let me get that out of here. First and last name. Let me start the right way. I'm not even filling the form in. Filling the form in properly. I'll just put Myrtle Beach, South Carolina here and see what comes this way. Because sometimes you may have a name, and although I'm not sure I would trust that, because I'm sure there's more than one Sue Lucas on the planet.
Right, there could be. There actually is. I actually know another Sue Lucas, and she's a realtor, believe it or not.
Wow. Yeah. So you can see here it's showing various ones, and more than one of these might be you. But I'll also show you, if I go back either to the home page, or if I click this arrow, you can look up by email. So if I put in, now this would be more accurate if a profile really exists for that email, and it's public record, it'll find it. And so you can kind of see here owner information. With an email, this is what you basically see. With the paid version, which we made the decision to go to the paid version. If you click on phone, I'm not going to do that because I don't want everybody to see all your information. But see, it's pulled up all your social networks. So if you remember the topic of social recon, I could go through and click on these particular profiles.
Right.
And go, oh, that's a little bit more about this particular prospect or lead, and then you can use that whole process of trying to create those coincidences that we were talking about in the first email reply. And we're doing it more and more as we're getting more and more of our stuff. It takes a little bit of training and a little bit of getting used to creating those kinds of emails, because they're a little bit different. It's not your generic kind of response. So they take a few minutes to create, but our response to them has been unbelievably good. So we're going to obviously continue doing it and getting better at it as well ourselves. So
That's
kind
pretty
of a cool
awesome.
thing. Yeah, it pulls up some of your pictures. Of course, people would see me if I saw that and I didn't know you. I'd go, she must be an Elvis fan. Which, of course, if you don't know him, Miss Sue just likes Elvis just a little bit.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Again, yeah. So there's all this other info down here that you can access. So pretty cool piece of software.
That is.
Really cool piece of programming that I think anybody can take full advantage of. So I just wanted to share that and give a little update on it.
Right.
Let me stop sharing my screen here and click off so we can, should be back to me, I hope, by now.
It is back to you.
Good.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I'm glad we got a chance to share that the last time.
Are there other things like that out for the same social recon kind of stuff, or like, is that one of the better ones? Is that?
Well, the ones I mentioned last time, one was called Connect 6.
Okay.
And if you Google Connect 6 People Discovery, I believe you'll find that one.
Okay.
And then another one that I recommended last time is called Vibe, and I believe that's vibeapp.com or app. I think it's Vibe app, app.com, and those both do it as well. We just found the paid version of People Smart. The email part, I believe, for free, you can do, I think it's 10 emails a day, and for most people, that's probably plenty. For us, we're doing hundreds of these things a day, and so of course that didn't work. So, but and if you want to get into the phone number side of it, and getting current addresses, if you do mail, the old school mail campaigns, postcard type stuff into a farm area or something like that. You can pull that information and get more accurate information of that person's location. Plus, especially if this may be a listing that potential, you can really see their property and be able to make a better connection with them when you're trying to reach out to them. So
well, that's pretty neat. I like that. I could. Yeah, my mind's just reeling with things of what you could use it for that. That'd be awesome. Just getting to know your clients better, put their email in there, get to know them a little better. So very
absolutely,
cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if you get a chance to try it and have some success with it, please share. This is like a work in progress for us.
Right.
And would love to hear anything that's working or ideas that you come up with, and we'll continue to share ourselves, and hopefully all of us together we'll be able to learn a little bit from each other. So
yeah. Well, I'm going to definitely check it out. Put it on my to-do list for the weekend. Check it out.
Good. Well, I like it. We're getting some great results with it, so hopefully it'll help some of our guests.
Okay.
Which at this point I can't. I don't see any questions, so I'm not 100% sure if there's anybody with us right now. But either way, we're recording, so I know Friday sometimes can be busy for a realtor. I had several appointments this morning that got canceled on me, because they ended up having last-minute clients get here sooner than they were planning to, so they were trying to meet with them to do some showings and stuff. So hey, I understand that. I understand that one. I was like, go. So, how about you, Miss Sue? What do you got?
Well, I found this cool. It's not an app, but it's a web service, I guess, and it's called Workboard. I don't know if you've seen that before or heard about it. But it's a place where you could work collaboratively online and I guess share what you're doing. And I was thinking for real estate, this might be a pretty cool thing for people that work in teams and things like that. So I haven't really played with it that much yet. I just found it. So, but it's definitely something I could see benefiting people with tools or, teams. Or, companies that have managers and they want to work on projects, they can use that for that. So to me, I think it's worth checking out. So we could put that in the chat. It's called workboard.com. I'll go ahead and type that in for everybody, and they can check that out.
I was just about to make sure I got the right one. I'll paste it in for you. Is it work, that one, workboard.com? Oh, we both have it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep. Yep.
I'll share my screen real quick just so they can see what it looks like real quick, if you'd like.
Oh, that'd be good. Okay.
Let me switch over. Am I at the right one?
That looks like it. Yep. It
Yeah.
is.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So that's
It is.
workboard.com. I'll check that
And
out. I hadn't heard
yep.
of it.
Yep. So it's an online place where great place for you to store things if you're going to be away and working. And my mind was like, oh, I could see that working for teams of realtors or, like I said, brokers or anything, even in your business. If you're working on a project and with your team, you could all collaborate online. And so check that out. That was my one
I
thing that
will.
I,
I'm always looking for ways to do that. So I will. Definitely will.
yeah.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
The next thing, I know we always talk about Gmail, and hopefully everybody is using Gmail because of the products and services that Google offer for that is just incredible. And I came across a list of all the different possible apps and extensions that you can add on to Google Chrome and use for email and things. Things like I know we've talked about before, Yesware, and I think, are you still using that, Pierre?
Yes. Yeah, I am.
Okay. So, Yesware is a email tracking system within Gmail, which is, I think that's a great tool right away. It will tell you when somebody opens it, every time they open it. So it's a great way for you to track email. There is a free version for, I guess, a trial, but then it is a paid service. So I definitely, if somebody's wanting to do that for marketing purposes, I definitely would use that. What's your feeling about that?
Yeah, we use it mainly just if we sent an email out to a potential prospect and we want to know if they've opened it, and so that we know they have opened it. And often if we're in front of our computer when that's occurring and we get the notification, we know that they're at their computer and looking at it.
Right.
So we know that's generally a good time to give them a call, and at least to try and reach them and maybe to set the next appointment and things like that. And I've heard realtors talk about it too. If they send an email to a client and it gets opened, it's again a great opportunity or a great time if you have their phone number to give them a quick call, and hopefully you'll catch them right then and there, and you can
Exactly.
start the process with them. So
Right.
I love that. It's a neat piece of software. There's a couple other ones that do the same thing, but the free
What do you
version of
think?
Yesware is
What do you
great.
think about Boomerang for Gmail? Are you familiar with that as well?
I have not tried it. How about you?
Okay. So I've looked at it. I really, there's so many things out there but I know a lot of people use Boomerang. They use that for sending and receiving your email. So, there's a lot of web mail traffic tracking systems out there. I like the Yesware. So when I have time, I'll probably check out Boomerang.
Yeah, just pulling it up. I looked at it. I know I've looked at it. I haven't checked it out.
Okay.
I've got it pulled up right now. I can share that real quick if somebody wants to see what this looks like. This is sort of the Boomerang for Gmail. The screen here, and it's interesting. It reminds you if you don't hear back. So it may have a couple extra features that I haven't.
If you
haven't
get a
seen.
chance, we could look at that and just see if you think what the difference are between that and all the others that are out there. But I just thought that was pretty nice. We have done webinars in the past about all that Google offers, the Google Drive, and they've made some changes too now where they've added the Word document you can look at, the PowerPoint is on there now. Everything is just everything there.
Yeah.
I use Google Drive now for like everything. Not so much, I'm not using Dropbox anymore like I used to as much because now I have Google Drive. What are you hearing? Are you still seeing people using Dropbox still as much, or are people moving out to the Drive now?
Excuse me. I don't know across the board, but just clients and stuff that we work with. I don't use Dropbox unless a client uses Dropbox. It's not that I don't like it. I just don't like having to go to so many places. I'm like you.
Right.
I'm
one
Google.
place.
Yeah, I'm Google Drive. At this point, there really isn't anything I can't. Not that I have, at least not that I've run across that I can not do there. But we do still use Dropbox. We have several clients that still store their stuff there, and so because we have to work with that, we of
Right.
course function there. But
Right.
I like for me Google Drive. Well, you know me, I'm Google just about everything, but
Right.
I like it. I mean, even Insightly, which is our CRM that we're using, has the ability to move and store data back. So I can access from a client folder. I can access and or move stuff back and forth. Even the Hangouts I can do directly from there. And I just like when stuff all just kind of works together,
Right.
instead of having 5 or 6, or depending on your scenario, how many different tools you may use to
Right.
handle all your stuff. For me, it's nice that everything kind of works together. So.
Well, I think next week maybe we'll just feature Google Drive and kind of show people how they can create folders and things like that, and how easy. I use it out in the field when I have taken pictures, whether for listing or property management, whatever. And I upload directly from my phone to Drive into folders, and then I can delete them off my phone right away. Then they're up there on the Drive already. So I mean, it's so easy. So. Maybe we could talk about that next week, and just have one topic and just talk about the Drive.
That sounds great. I like that idea. Let's give that
Okay.
a try. And
Good.
I know I get questions all the time on it, so I'm happy to do it and record it and have
Okay.
it as a place for
Right.
our guests to go and take a look if they want to learn a little bit more about it. So
Perfect.
that's an idea. I just made a note of it. So,
Cool.
well,
We're at our 15 minutes, and I know we said we were going to try to keep them 15 minutes, so quick and easy. And we have no questions, so we will tie this up now. And Pierre, thank you again for your time.
Thank you.
And let's next week talk about Google Drive.
Yeah, sounds like a plan to me. Thanks,
Okay.
Miss Sue. It was great.
Have a
Great as
wonderful
always.
weekend.
You
Have a
too. You
great
too.
weekend. I hear, unfortunately, we're going to have some rain, so it's probably a good day to either catch a movie or catch up on your reading.
Yeah. Today is so pretty, though, isn't it?
It is. It's beautiful out. So.
Yeah, and if you're not in Myrtle Beach, you should come here. It's the place to live.
It is. Cool.
All right.
All right. Talk to you later. Thanks, Pierre.
Thanks, Miss Sue. Bye.